followers. Okay, let me commence. Let me start with the topic firstly. Today, the topic that is motivation. Okay, you know what? As a matter of fact, motivation that is completely mandatory and compulsory. As without motivation, one can't accomplish goals. Even without motivation, according to me, one would feel negative for all life long, and thereby, or due to which, one would be unable to accomplish tasks, some of the specific goals which one has aspired for oneself. That's the fact. Okay, and moreover, according to me, motivation that is necessary, essential, crucial, and mandatory for each and every activity, like for dancing, for singing, for jumping, for exercises, physicals or stretching exercises, or for solving the mathematical questions, or catching up on academics, or cracking the competitive examinations. For each and everything, motivation that is mandatory. Furthermore, you know what? For instance, one is dancing, but what if one is unmotivated? If one is demotivated or unmotivated, so it meant that one would feel negative and one would be unable to dance in the quite good manner or effectively or efficiently, and so due to which, you know what, according to me, the dance that would not look the energetic one, and so due to which the attention of the audience that would not be drawn or that would not be attracted as well, and in addition to the people, they would not feel thrilling beyond measure as well. but for making the feel but for making the people feel thrilling beyond measure or grin or jubilant, what one is requiring to do, according to me, one is requiring to be motivated. Okay, and very secondly, you know what, as a matter of fact, many a time people they prefer to sing something. Okay, and even for singing, the people they prefer to go to some of the coachings or to attend some of the specific coachings for some of the months, like 6 months, 7 months, and in addition to the people, they just try the level best to do the singing with full of the, according to me, with full of the good voice, and in addition to, you know what, as a matter of fact, if one would try to do singing with full of the efforts and with full of the motivation, so one would tend to enable to sing something effectively and efficiently. That's the fact. And so my main intention is to relate about this, that for catching up on any activity, what one is requiring to do, one is requiring to put efforts into the work. Very secondly, one should be motivated, one shouldn't try to feel negative, one should try to be positive completely. Okay, very thirdly, for instance, if my mom, she entreats me to cook food in the kitchen. Okay, and for instance, I know about how to cook the food, but what if I would feel like hesitating or nervous or shy while cooking the food? And if I would feel like this, if I would feel like shy or nervous while cooking the food in the kitchen, so it meant that the food that would not be the delicious one. And if someone tried to motivate me, if someone would try to completely motivate me, then you know what, I would make the food completely delicious, tempting one, mind blowing one, awesome one, eye catching one as well. So it meant that for each and every activity, what is needing, motivation is needing. You know what, if you aspire something, so you can achieve that thing with the help of your motivation, and hard work as well. Okay, very firstly you should be willing to achieve something. Okay, for instance, if I wanna become a racer, okay, so firstly, what if I would try to run? Okay, if I would try to run as swiftly or as fast as I could or as I can. So according to me, the thing is that initially I would just feel like that hesitating, and even initially I would feel weak as well, as I'm not habitual of running. That's the fact. And I know that if someone would try to motivate me, then I would not try to give up easily, and I would try to run for a prolonged period of time or for overtime and consistently. And thereby, one day I would tend to enable to run the relay race, or even to participate in the relay race, or even to run for my country, or even to win medals for my country as well. Okay, according to me, everything can happen, everything is possible if one is motivated, if one is working hard, and if the goal is clearly defined. Okay, very firstly, the goal that should be clearly defined. If the goal is unclear in our mind, so it meant that our direction that is not clear, our path, our route that is not clear. And if the route is not clear, so you know what, as a matter of fact, we would be unable to get up to the destination. Okay, our destination would turn blurred before our eyes, and so due to which we would be unable to get to know about the real direction. That's the fact. So for catching up on any goal, any activity, what one is requiring to do, very firstly one should try the level best to just make the goal clear one, to clearly define the goal. Okay, and for clearly defining the goal, what one is requiring to do, firstly one should try to make a plot. What is plot? The meaning of plot is plan. One should try to make a plan, and even one should try to make a strategy for achieving something. Then one should try to make a plan about how to achieve the goal. What are the requirements? What are the supports? Okay, especially according to me, support that is mandatory, that is essential for catching up on any activity. Okay, for instance, if I want to become a news anchor, if my siblings, my family members would not support me for becoming a news anchor, so then how I would tend to enable to do the course of mass communication, and how I would tend to enable to become a news anchor? Support that is needed. If my siblings would try to support me, then I would get the money from them, and thereby I would tend to enable to accomplish my goal. So support that is mandatory. Siblings or family members or neighbors support that is mandatory. Okay, and furthermore, you know what, then you should make a plan about the support, and even you should ask about your siblings that who would try to support. Okay, and even you should try to just have a majority. Your goal, your decision should get the more votes. Okay, and then you should try your level best to just work hard on your goal, and even you should decide that what or even which type of book you should try to read for getting up to that goal, for passing out the competitive examination, if that is required. And furthermore, according to me, the fact is that, you know what, while you are planning, then you should try to make sure that you should be positive completely, as while planning we people just try the level best to think about the negative things as well, like what if the plan would not work properly, what if the siblings would not support at the correct instance, at the correct moment, and at the spatial time as well. And we people think about this, that what if our siblings or our family members would run out of money at the time of just gonna gonna somewhere for achieving the goal. So according to me, we should try to brush aside the negative thoughts completely. We should try to ignore the negative thoughts completely, and we should just look forward to, okay, forward then to comes after the word named forward, okay, forward to. We should try to look forward to the big things, and even to the positive things as well, okay. And very secondly, you know what, according to me, in our driveway, in our path, many a time we meet with those people who are already negative in nature, okay. Many a time, I know well versed, that we meet with those people who are opposite to ourselves. Opposite, it means vice versa. VICE VERSA. The meaning of vice versa is opposite. I know that many a time we meet with those people who are opposite to ourselves, and if we feel like positive, so those people would try to demotivate us. Those people would try to just fill negative thoughts in our mind by saying about the negative things, the wrong things, the worst things, the obnoxious things as well. So we should try to avoid the company of those people. We should try to ignore and neglect those people. And in addition to, we should try to go quite far from these type of people for protecting our future and our career as well, okay. And in addition to, you know what, according to me, as a matter of fact, the thing is that I know well versed that many a time we feel like frustrated due to the long goal, okay. And I know that the goal that is quite far from us, since our goal is quite big, and so that is quite far from us, and so due to which I know that at some moment of time in our life we would feel like frustrated, we would feel sad, depressed, dejected. Still, we should be motivated, we should work hard, and we should try to think about our goal. We should try to summarize about our goal. And furthermore, you know what, according to me, we should try to just think about the advantages of our goal. For instance, if someone wanna become a prime minister or a president of a country, so one should try to think about the advantages of becoming the prime minister or the president. What are the advantages? One can just uplift the country. According to me, not only one can uplift one's own country, but also one can uplift other countries as well with the use of trade, okay, trade. And export import, the meaning of trade is export as well as import. Furthermore, as a matter of fact, you know what, if one would tend to enable to become a prime minister, which is a big goal itself, you know what, according to me, it's impractical and unrealistic for 50% people of the world. And even it's not easy, I know. I can't become PM, even I can't aspire as well. But if people would try to give me votes, nevertheless, I would not think about becoming the prime minister or the PM. I'm not capable of that duty. I know my abilities, I know my capabilities, I know myself, I know my level. That's the fact. But if someone wanna become a prime minister, so that same individual would firstly try to think about the advantages. Even the person would think about that what he she would try to do for the development of the country or for the nation, okay. And even, you know what, the Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, he always tries the level best to uplift or to do the development of the rural or slums areas. Even it tries the level best to set up schools in the slums areas so as to increase literacy in India. And you know what? According to me, if the ratio of literacy would be enhanced, then what would happen? What would happen? According to me, the females, they would get to know about the population. The females would try to control the population. Even the females would try to do the job, so that the, according to me, the income of the entire country, that would be increased, and so our country named India would tend to enable to become the developed country, as still India is a developing country, not the developed one, as compared to US and other countries of the world. Even I know well versed that Costa Rica, that is itself a poor country. So according to me, the Prime Minister of Costa Rica, there is president, not the Prime Minister according to me. So the President of Costa Rica, he should try the level best to uplift Costa Rica by, according to me, by improving the quality of education. Secondly, by giving job to the eligible candidates, not to the poor candidates, poor like who are illiterate, who don't know about education and about everything. Okay. Thirdly, according to me, the President of Costa Rica should try the level best to set up more and more schools in Costa Rica, so that the children of Costa Rica, they would get to know the significance of education, and they themselves would try to do job, so that the income of the country would be increased, the trade, that too would increase, and even according to me, the country would tend to enable to become the advanced one like US. And very thirdly, another fact is that the president should try the level best to just, according to me, to prompt the school going children to play games, to play as more as they can, so that Costa Rica people, especially the students, they would tend to enable to participate in the Olympics, and then they would tend to enable to win medals. The country would get medals, really. And even very nextly, another fact is that, according to me, the thing is that not only the country would get medals, but also, you know what, sportsmanship. The students, the school going children would get the sportsmanship, the virtues of sportsmanship, the virtues of discipline, brotherhood, and even according to me, perseverance, team spirit, and honesty, how to play with honesty and not with cheating. Okay. And even who is present, who is the one guy who is present? Arun Rawat, according to me. Who is the one guy? Just aware me of the fact, I'm interested. Oh, here is zero. अकेले नमाज जाया करो, नजर लग जाएगी, अकेले नमाज जाया करो, नजर लग जाएगी. No one is present. Why? Let me quench my host. Oh. What's this happening? Why am I having zero follower right away? Is anyone present or not? Jaya karo.